C++ arrays, simple, powerful, and responsible for more segmentation faults than my life choices. An array in C++ is a collection of multiple values of the same data type, stored next to each other in memory like roommates who hate each other but can't afford rent. I have no idea what this is supposed to be, but these look like the forces assembled to save humanity. What happens when your program needs to store 100 numbers? And do not tell me you're going to do strange things like this. This is not programming, right? This is not acceptable. This is self-harm, and this is why arrays exist. The core idea behind arrays is an array is simply a row of boxes in memory. Each box holds one value. Every box is the same size, and every box holds the same data type. C++ stores these boxes right next to each other in memory, like parking spaces in a mall. So how do you declare an array in C++? First, you need to specify the data type, right? And then you need to give it a name. And then how many elements or boxes do you want to store? In this case, you want to store 5. This line simply means reserve space for 5 integers in memory. At this point, the array has garbage values, random, unhinged, leftovers from memory. If you print them now, don't blame C++. Now we look at initialization. Initialization means putting actual values into each box, right? So by doing that, you can simply say array numbers, right? And then we have 5 elements, right? Now each box has a job. So now arrays are accessed using indexes. Indexes start at 0. Why 0? Because the index represents the distance from the start of the array in memory, right? So what that means is, right, numbers, if we do numbers and we put 0, right, this is going to be the first element in our array, and that's going to be 1, right? If we do numbers and we do 4, that's going to be the last element in our array, which is going to be 5, right? If your array has a size of 5, the last index is going to be 4 and the first index is going to be 0. If it was 6, your last index was going to be 5 and your first was going to be 0. Try to access index 5 and C++ will not stop you. It will destroy everything. Since arrays are stored in order, loops are the best friends, so we can do 4, right? And then we can do int I is equal to 0, right? And we can do as long as I is less than 5, we want to print the index that we had, right? So we can do CL numbers and then we do I, right? End line. And then we need to iterate through this loop, so we can do I plus plus, right? And then we can do Control Shift P, and then we can do main.exe. So this loop basically says start at index 0, stop before index 5.